Hi, I'm Rebecca Pruitt. I'm a junior at Princeton Senior High School, and I'm part of the Careers Education program at Mercer County Tech Center. Today we'll be doing a science experiment with milk, food coloring, and dish soap. Milk has fat in it, and it's connected by bonds. These bonds can be compared to holding hands. The food coloring floats on top of the fat. The dish soap breaks up the bonds or breaks the hands apart. That is why we use dish soap to clean dishes. Let's go try it out. So with this experiment, what you need is milk, food coloring, some Q-tips, some dish soap, and I have a plate to pour my dish soap on top. I already poured my milk into the bowl. This milk right here is 2% milk. That means it's 2% less fat than most milks. This milk is probably the most common milk, and it comes in the blue tab jar. What you're going to do is take your food coloring. You're going to put different dots around the bowl. You want to spread it out to get the most color. You can use as many colors as you want or as less colors as you want. The next thing you're going to do is take your Q-tip. You're going to put a little bit of soap on top of your Q-tip. You're going to take your Q-tip and touch all the colors. Notice how the colors are breaking apart and how the bonds of the fat are breaking apart. You can touch all of the colors as many times as you want, and they'll still do the exact same thing. Let's try a different milk. Now we're going to try skim milk. Skim milk is fat-free milk. I'm interested to see what's going to happen since the fat is broken apart. What do you think is going to happen? Just like the 2% milk, we're going to get our milk and pour it in. This milk usually comes in a pink jug. The next step we're going to repeat is put our food coloring in. Remember to spread it out to make a better picture. Take your Q-tip and your dish soap and get some on top. Let's see what happens. So even though it was fat-free, the dish soap still broke apart some of the bonds. These bonds look to have a faster expansion than the other one. That's interesting. Let's try whole milk. Whole milk has the most fat out of all the milks. It has 8 grams of fat in it. This milk usually comes in a red jug. Just like the other steps, we pour the milk into the bowl. We put food coloring all around the milk. We get our Q-tip and put some dish soap on top of it. Do you think this reaction will be fast or slow? Let's try it out. This reaction was pretty fast, just like the other ones. The last milk we're going to try is almond milk. Almond milk is a plant-based milk, and it's made from almonds. The other milks we were using are from cows. Notice how the almond milk is kind of darker. Just like the other steps, we poured the milk into the bowl. We're now going to take our food coloring and make specks throughout the milk. We're going to take our Q-tip and get some dish soap on top. And we're going to touch the specks just like before. Notice how it's not separating as fast as the other milks. Why do you think this is happening? Let's compare all the milks now. The 2% was the first milk that we did. Notice how the colors are combined, but not as much as the skim milk. The skim milk was the milk that had no fat in it. Look how all the colors are combined and you barely see any white. The whole milk is the milk that had the most fat in it. Notice how the colors didn't combine and you can still see some white around. The almond milk, just like the whole milk, didn't combine. I wonder why that. Do you think it's because it was a plant base? Or do you think it's because it has the most fat in it also? After we compared all the milks, you can now see that the fatty milks have a stronger bond than the skim milk or the fat-free milk.